Ford, you're kind of botching the release of the Mach-E, okay? I was pretty excited to see this hit the market. There's been a few test shots of it out there next to the Model Y. In my opinion, it's probably one of the best Model Y competitors out there. Ford seems to have actually made something that has some practicality, has some performance, and at the same time, reasonably priced with not too terrible range. This is kind of the car I go to when I hear so many people say, you know, no other auto company has made something as good as the original 2012 Model S when it comes to range and performance for price. Well, I mean, not exactly true. I still think it's very good, but the Mach-E is really dang near catching up. The fact that it starts at around $43,000, and that's before federal tax credits, and you can also configure it up to being around a 300-mile range for around that $50,000 price tag. So it's not quite as good as the Tesla Model Y, especially when it comes to energy efficiency. So there are larger battery packs necessary in order for the range to be that good. And again, the range is not quite as decent as you can get with something like a Model Y or a Model 3, but this is the closest I've ever seen a competitor get, especially when it comes to that entry-level pricing, knowing that Tesla is not planning on launching that standard range Model Y. So technically, once the Mach-E is out and available, it theoretically should be able to undercut the starting price of the Model Y, that is if you don't care too much about range, but sounds like that might be short-lived because of the dealership model Ford is pushing so hard with the Mach-E. They apparently don't really mind if lots of dealers out there want to upcharge people that dealership fee if you're buying through them, which it's sad to see that this kind of dated business model of selling cars is still being applied to the future of automotive transports. Thankfully, not every dealer is doing this, and the internet is keeping a list of every dealer they can find that is not upcharging you for the Mach-E, but still, some are going up as far as like $15,000 extra in the whole haggling of trying to fight with the dealer of what you are willing to pay and what you have to pay because of the Mach-E being available right here. And from what I've seen, this is still applying to people who reserved the Ford Mach-E. So they see a price on the website, they reserve the configuration they want, then they go to the dealer to pick it up and they want to upcharge them by a few grand just because it's the dealership model and, you know, they want to stay relevant in some way, shape, or form, which has definitely upset people online. I've seen many people say they just canceled their orders because they were so frustrated with the situation, and it would be one thing if we could just say, well, okay, you know, don't buy the Mach-E from those dealerships and just try to find the ones that don't upcharge you, but we know from what Ford has told us that they only really plan on making 50,000 of these things this year, probably start deliveries in Q4 of 2020, but because of battery supply constraints, this is not going to be an unlimited production type vehicle. I guess they'll see what kind of demand they get, but if there's a lot of people canceling their reservations or not going through with it because their dealer wants to upcharge them and they don't want to go through all of that work of trying to find a dealer that won't upcharge them just so that they can get the price they want, that is going to influence demand a little bit. I think that's going to turn some people away from buying the Mach-E, and then Ford's going to be like, well, we didn't see that tremendous demand, so we don't have to re-engineer our production lines or talk more with battery supply chains to figure out how many of these things we need to build, because now there's going to be a bunch of Mach-E's stuck at dealers that are restricted and not bought because of how they're upcharged, or someone's just going to end up paying extra for them, which is even more sad that that's still going on in today's world. And I'm hoping that in time we can see more and more companies adopt simply the Tesla model of negotiation, which is, here's the price on the website, that's it. That's what you pay. You know, go pick it up. There's no haggling. There's no incentive for the person selling you the car to get you to spend more because they're going to get paid the same amount either way. We've got contactless delivery now with Teslas. We've got home deliveries available for a lot of people. It just makes more sense in the technology-ruled and modern world we're living in that we would just pay the advertised price of the car. Why do we need so much middleman here? And honestly, I want the Ford Mach-E to succeed. I want Tesla to have some competition so they're kind of energized to work harder and try to be better than other companies that are up and coming. And while the Mach-E is definitely lacking in a lot of things that Tesla has to offer between supercharging, autopilot, autonomy features, and energy efficiency when it comes to the powertrain and batteries, the rest of the world absolutely needs to catch up. And Ford, I think, is in a decent place, showing that the research and development can result in a very, very quality electric vehicle, but this whole marketing and dealership model they're still trying to push with it, I think, is killing it. I think that's going to butcher the launch and put them at a severe disadvantage compared to the buying experience of a Tesla Model Y, which is just so much smoother and easier to understand. That is, of course, if they fix their quality control problems as well. But what do you guys think of Ford pushing the dealership model? Feel free to hit me up over on Twitter, join my Discord. We can chat more about it there. Thank you all for watching. Hope you have an excellent rest of your day. Take care.